Let's get it. And we're back. Episode 62. We are without a guest tonight. A lot of our guests are busy. You know, they live busy lives, busier than us. So we are Raw Dawgn It tonight. It is just us, Brian. I'm scared. You're scared. We have thousands of viewers desperate for our content. We're desperate to bring it to you. We're desperate to make it because we got nothing. I am your host, as always, Matt Musselwhite. I will be here every motherfucking Friday night. And I'm joined, as always, by my co-host, Bryan Kern.
I'm back, baby, like Floyd Mayweather. I'm back. It feels good to be in Middle Earth Studios again. It feels good to be at peace with my background and my surroundings and my environment. I can see why people are doing things, but I'm glad to be here, man. And I think this week's episode is going to be a little bit of a simmering pot. You know, I think we've got some stuff to discuss, so I'm ready for it. Maybe not having a guest will bring us closer. And us.
Oh, shut the fuck up! It's gonna be a big pot of shit.
Maybe we'll raw dog our emotions tonight, Matt. You and me, 1-on-1.
You know, I would say that we would raw dog each other, but I got in trouble earlier this week for making a joke about that, so we won't.
No.
We won't do that at all.
Oh no. Getting canceled. You know, we've been you and me. I don't like the weird people that have been trying to cancel us slightly, like with the Twitter shade, because I don't like Twitter. But you know, hey, I guess any bad press is good press, right? I guess.
I mean, yeah, just don't. You know what? What do I always tell you? The golden rule.
Oh, I know. I'm hearting all of it. I'm just going. I like it. I'm just making myself known. I'm like a no, I wouldn't say I'm the COVID-19.
You're like a defiant child, but that's not what I meant.
I'm like what's a slow building disease? Fuck, man.
Lou Gehrig's disease.
I don't want to say a mean one because I don't want it to, but that's what I'm gonna do to Twitter. I'm just gonna slow plot my way.
How did he not see it coming?
What?
I said, how did he not see it coming? But I'm
Shaka bra. Shout out to, I want to say, I know we gave shout outs and love to Jacob, but phenomenal show, man. I saw He Films the Clouds, our friends in He Films the Clouds, while I was in California. Mind you, California is still on a strict lockdown, but we were in beautiful Landers, California, the backbone to Yucca Valley. Oh, bro, at Landers Brew Company, it was 100+ people at this. It was a bar that called itself a brewery, but it was the fucking most legit spot. We saw the satellites in the sky. We were fucking raging. And then, of course, He Films the Clouds comes and hits the stage, and they fucking annihilate, dude. It was so good. It was so good to see Jacob and Xavier, our friends, and He Films the Clouds. Jacob actually does the effects at the beginning and the end of our episodes. So it was nice to see them play. There was this other hardcore band that was very good as well that played right before them, Stay Still. They did really well. It was a great show. One of the highlights of being in California, I suppose, you know, and it still resonates with me because music was kind of weak this week. And I know we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the lackluster umph of music.
I mean, there were good releases this week. I wouldn't say it's a lackluster because there's been weeks where it was like, it's fucking whack this week. Jacob says thanks. Of course he does. I like our intro music. Well, intro and outro music, technically. But I love that shit. We need more of it. So check out He Films the Clouds. He films the sky. He watches the sky. Sky's airplane? No, not them.
Oh man. Remember for a brief second they were coming back? I miss them.
I don't know why, but I keep seeing social media ads for Sky Eats Airplane, specifically the reissue on Tragic Hero that was in Hot Topic and shit. The one
that was like the internet album.
Orange band. Yeah. Okay, so it's just a CD in the insert, whatever. They're selling that. They made it into vinyl, and they took like the little bit of design on the album cover and made merch out of that. Like there's a long sleeve shirt. It's got little orange planes going down the sleeve. Really weird, just kind of like out of place. It didn't say like 12th anniversary or anything like that, but mean, it's still a cool ass album. I still think that's their best shit. I know you'll argue me on that.
No, I love all Sky
music. Music I enjoyed this week. Migos dropped Culture 3, so that's a big deal. It's got Drake, it's got Justin Bieber, it's got Future, it's got Juice WRLD, it's got the usual suspects. This band I keep seeing pop up. What is this? Mammoth WVH. I haven't got around to listening to this yet, but I want to because that's the band that's going on tour with Guns N' Roses. I'm pretty sure. It was supposed to be Guns N' Roses, Smashing Pumpkins, and I don't know if they were involved or if they just got picked up on that tour or what. But I thought that was cool. Garbage. Remember Garbage? Stupid girl. They released a new album. That shit caught me off guard, so I had to download it. No Gods, No Masters. That's kind of cool. AFI finally dropped this album. I don't know if I like it yet. Bodies. It's called Days. I don't know if I like it yet. I want to. I really want to. I really, really want to. Pierre Bourne. Hey, Pierre, you gonna come out here? He dropped a new album. People are saying that it's Kanye, The Life of Pablo, Part 5. Marshmello dropped something. Previous guest and friend of the show, Wrist Meat Razor, dropped Replica of a Strange Love. Soon I will have that on vinyl and maybe a t-shirt. But that record's dope.
Yeah, that was
shit, dude. That it's either that or Migos for my number one.
I mean, I only listen to Migos for the sole sake of them being walk out to Floyd Mayweather before the fight with Logan Paul. So I listened to it. I mean, I've listened to some Migos before. It's not my cup of tea. Not my style of hip hop or rap that I tend to like to listen to. But I wouldn't mind, I guess, fucking chilling to that at like a party or something. I'm a Migos fan. You're gonna have the song with Drake was obviously a good one for the sake of it just being like radio friendly. That's what they are right now. Wrist Meets Razor was the album I listened to the most. There was also a release from this band called Funeral Singer. I believe they have a female vocalist, but I gave that like only a couple songs because Wrist Meets Razor was where it was at for me. Man, take me back to fucking 2006, please. I feel like the musicality on it is like It Dies Today, early, Cat of Choir type of album. You have the panic chords, the vocals. Let's talk about fucking From Autumn to Ashes. Let's talk about fucking early Atreyu. Let's talk about fucking a little bit of Norma Jean in there. Like, these guys are all over the place with this album. And I know he talked about how musically they were going kind of all over the place. They didn't really have any type of set structure they were looking to follow. They do have like some radio friendly songs. I mean, I don't know if any of it's actually radio friendly with the vocal style, but fuck, man, this album is so fucking good. And it has this just real heavy early 2004-5 metalcore umph to it. Like, it is fucking, I love it. And I just got that message. So give me a sec.
So you kind of sounded like you were lagging. I don't know if I'm crazy. It always comes out differently. One person hears it, the other one doesn't. I think Wrist Meet Razor is the shit. I really dig them. I'm glad that we randomly met up with them on the internet and got them on the show. I'm stoked that I got a vinyl from them. If I was in like high school or still in like, I want to say like that impressionable phase, Wrist Meet Razor is one of those bands I would obsess about. Because I think back when I really obsessed over Drop Dead Gorgeous, and one of those bands where you're limited as far as what like they might be new, where you only have like an album or maybe an album and an EP like they did, and you listen to it over and over and over and over. I could see myself or other people doing that to Wrist Meet Razor. They're that kind of that metal, but I'm digging that shit a lot. So that's probably my number one for the week.
It definitely is mine, and I was on Reddit looking through the metalcore feed, and a lot of people are already saying, I'm glad that they kept their style and their sound, and I'm glad that they kept the heaviness, and even the singing parts are kind of good. If you're
kind of good.
Yeah, if you're, well, I mean, let's be real, let's be honest. And that was they were praising the album, but I think with the additions of like some stylistic changes, I guess, I don't know, they were mathy for a while. I think they were considered a mathcore band for a brief period. And and now they have gone a little bit more into like the metalcore realm of things. But if you're a fucking metalcore fan, let's go. Like if you're a fan of this show, you're the fan of that show. You're a fan of their music. Like this is prime. It is fucking great. And I don't know where people are like, oh, I guess they kept their style, so we like it. Yeah, dude, it's a fucking great album. It's a contender of the year, in my opinion, at this early stage. It's a day in, and I've listened to it twice. And like, I'm just, not to suck dick, I feel like because they were on the show, we can't give them like.
But you will.
But fuck, man, and we sat there and we listened to him, and I really like the fact that we had him on. I think that their previous one that they did last year was on point with what was going on, and they fucking blew me away. I expected this to be a good album, but I expected it to fit in line with like what the singles were, but then Nietzsche's Dead is a fucking great song. Cycle Fun is a great song. And it's just like, what? And you do get something different too. Not all the songs are the same. They have weird like distortional vocals that they're playing throughout the album. Fuck, man, it blew me away. If you can't tell,
it's definitely on my list of the top 2021 albums. I'd say that's up there. Brand of Sacrifice is up there. I want to put that Royal Blood album up there because they made a really catchy one. Probably could throw The Undertaking up there. We both like that.
The Undertaking I have up there.
There were a handful of Griselda releases that we could put up in that top 10. They would filter in there somewhere. The Alchemist has done some shit. My boy 42 Doug just put out a record a couple weeks ago that I really
We're hitting the 6-month mark. We're out half year. We really have to start looking at the first half of the year of music. We have to start looking at it and kind of dissecting it. I have a group of albums. It's probably at maybe 7 or 8 at this point that I really got to go back and listen to because I think that one of those is going to be in my top, The Undertaking's in there. The Undertaking, I think, might be holding the spot down, if I'm being honest, because them too, I think they released the metalcore album of like 2009. Give it to me. Fucking give it to me all day. I've jammed that thing at the gym so hard.
Someone on Twitter had posted like what is your album of the year so far, and there were actually a lot of people that said Brand of Sacrifice, and it might just be like the deathcore metalcore Twitter kids. It might just be the age group. A lot of people said that. A lot of people said Holding Absence. That band's good, so I'm gonna that record deserves to be up there. If we're just talking like bands,
Era's album was fucking phenomenal.
That was a good one. Shit, I need to get back into that.
Yeah, dude, there's so many. I forgot about Era because that came out in February. It's like it's already fucking, so far away right now. But yeah,
what else is 2021 that I'm forgetting about?
Yeah,
I got a lot of rap in my top 10 for the year. That's for sure. Outline and Color had a killer EP. Let's not forget about that.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go back to that Twitter feed and see what metalcore Twitter was saying their favorite records were. I was asking people like what shows they were for sure gonna go to, and I know a bunch of people were running like heavy shows. Like besides the festivals like Blue Ridge, that big one in Danville, Virginia, we were making fun of. There were some people saying that they were going to some big shit. Body Snatcher announced a tour. They might be coming on our show soon. That's a heavy ass tour. Where's my tweet? Argued with somebody, called out a transphobe, made fun of Maroon 5, wrestling tweet. Can't find it.
Are we gonna talk about some tours that are coming up? I know we're on the music topic, but we are, right? Because there's some good ones.
There's definitely go for it.
Music, I think, is officially back. We all know that ACL opened back up, about a month ago. We have the major festivals coming back. Coachella announced their 2022 dates. Tickets are on sale for that. We've got fucking Scary Kids announced their tour. That was floating around on Twitter. Yeah, that was floating around on Twitter the other day. We also have Attila announcing a tour. Shout out to our boys in Attila, our fave. Isn't that right?
Yo, I'm glad you brought that up because we originally had a guest scheduled who I believe was originally signed to Stay Sick, so they probably wouldn't want to sever ties with someone like that. But that tour is Attila headlining. You have direct support from Jinx, who is a, like, I don't know, 10 to 14,000 likes on any given social media platform. He's like a little emo rapper, metalcore guy. And then you have a band called Dead Crown. I've never listened to Dead Crown. I couldn't tell you shit about it. What I do know is when this tour got announced, everybody that knows Dead Crown called them out immediately. Apparently, they spent all last year and previous times calling out bands like Attila and shitting all over Attila and Franz and saying like they would never do shit with them and they would never play with bands like that. And now they're kind of going back, you know, hypocritically going back on their morals and playing with the band that they previously shit on, disagreed with, claimed were abusers. It's kind of funny. That type of shit happens in the scene a lot. I mean, you got to imagine these dudes are like in a band, your band coming off a pandemic, who knows how long you're going to survive, and you're offered the third spot on an Attila tour, which I imagine is like $42 and a Jack in the Box gift card. But you got to share it among everyone.
They're gonna have some crowds, you know, whether that's unfortunately or fortunately.
Are
they? Yeah, of course.
I feel like Attila might take a hit. Bands like Attila might take a hit. Like and I'll tell you what, if Blue Ridge Festival and all these other rock fests go down that have bands like A Day to Remember playing big stages, there's people online saying that you should go and boo them off the stage. I think it would be interesting to see where people stand. And, you know, it's going to be like a wrestling crowd. Is he over? Is he hated? Is he loved? Boom. We're going to have it right there. Are they going to boo them? Are they going to sing along? Because it's going to be evident right then and there if we have, as a collective group of the scene, if we've forgiven A Day to Remember. Because I'm with them. You know, I think they should make a big scene, a big fucking scene. If the Day to Remember doesn't want to come out and address allegations, then you go and boo them so that a alt press or Metal Injection, someone's got to pick it up and have video of them getting booed and then still refusing to address allegations. It's like it's putting the boot on the neck, man. You apply pressure. I think it's great.
I get the stance and where it's coming from, but I mean, how many times have, and this is unfortunate, when artists are put in these positions, and I mean, that's how they make their money. There's a legal process in place that sucks, that allows us to keep going, right? But I mean, there's a reason that A Day to Remember hasn't taken a hit, and they are playing festivals coming up, right? You hope that people do go out and, I guess, get to voice their opinion, but in a way that you want it, that kind of taints it. That kind of taints and I don't think real true fans, concert goers are gonna succumb to that. Now, I also believe that there is a certain fan base that does like things like that. You know, I know that Attila is going to pull a crowd because I see dudes at the gym with Attila t-shirts on, and these dudes are your bro-ish dudes. These dudes are the guys that are probably listening to metal at like a Knotfest or like a fucking, you know, and that's fine. We still listen to that too, but that's a representation.
I'm going to break Rule 7 right here and say that those are probably guys that drive pickup trucks and belong to like MAGA Nation or QAnon.
There's a lot of them here in Texas.
I got to boot.
He's booted. And just so you know, there's a lot of that here in Texas. Okay. Yeet, yeet. There's a lot of that here. And I'm not saying that that's okay, but you know, you can't have, and I have the other side to this as well, but you can't have people go out and blatantly disrupt shows. Plus you're already spending money on the tickets. And like, are you really hurting the artist? No, you're kind of being counterintuitive at that point. If you're just going to go to boo, what you should do, and what is happening that I appreciate, is Twitter and this real-time media that we're allowed to use, although it is scary as fuck and certainly heading us to an AI death. You know, I think in the meantime, it's doing its purpose. And you know, you do have people taking social media hits, and you do have people being held accountable on social media platforms for things that they've done in the past. Hence, this band Dead Crown that's going on tour with Attila. If they're being accused of being hypocrites at this point, look at Bad Omens and the kind of rap they had when it finally came out that they were complaining about things and being unreasonable, the kind of people you don't want, right? So we've seen certain bands take hits, and that's what should happen. Is every band going to take a hit? No. Does this mean we need to go to every show and boo all the people that might have allegations against them? No. If it's something blatant that we see as disrespectful within the scene, then yes, they should be held accountable. If it goes as far as to where you're being held accountable for rape in like the court of law, then yeah, you want to boo a bunch of people at a Day to Remember concert because Shell Nut is going to be getting his nuts shelled to him in the banger, then that's fucking fine. You know,
so that's the thing, and like I don't want to open up this giant can of worms and get into a giant discussion on like
I was just playing devil's advocate, I think.
Of course, but
Twitter's doing its job. Twitter's doing its job how you're explaining it, and it should. Like, people are being called out for being unreasonable. They're not professionals. Their, reputations are preceding a lot of these individuals in these groups because of how open our communication is nowadays. And I think that's enough. Should that be ramped up? Absolutely. Would it be funny to see a Day to Remember boot off a stage of 20,000 people? Like we've seen people boot off stages before. We've been a part of the booing. We've been a part of that chaos that's ensued. And so,
they definitely led an entire crowd to riot and hate.
A couple of them deserve it. Absolutely. Do all bands deserve it? No. Do I think you're going to do much by buying a ticket and going in and ruining the show for other people? No. Be conscious. We've stopped listening to bands because of actions that they've taken. We've stopped listening to bands because of what they've done. Take action. That's how it can get done. And you have a voice now with Twitter.
I'm not a liberal snowflake, social justice warrior piece of shit or anything, but I know right from wrong. And, you can make the argument that going in there, booing a Day to Remember, booing a band that you think is bad people, abusers, Marilyn Manson, for instance, if he's playing a festival, which I highly doubt he would be, you can make the argument. You can make the argument that you're not ruining the time for educating them about someone that's bad. They shouldn't like that person to begin with. I mean, that's probably a self-righteous piece of shit that's doing
for not
that,
being a social justice warrior. That sure is a social justice warrior stance, sir. That's exactly.
That's not my stance. That's not my stance. That's
You're saying it though.
Stance. That's somebody's stance.
Are we supporting that? Are we supporting that kind of stance? Really, guy? Really? You're gonna come here to educate people by booing? Like, everybody knows. And if it's a big enough hit, a Marilyn Manson won't play a festival because he's already being deemed the bad guy. You're being deemed the bad guy. You don't get shows. Like, if a Day to Remember sells out 20,000 people, there's 20,000 people in that moment that at least have a reason to be like, oh, Day to Remember is okay, But when I'm not supporting Marilyn Manson. Becca fucking loves Marilyn Manson, and she's like, oh, he's a pig, kind of. Like, this is gross. Okay. She jumped shit.
The wedding's off.
We watch Survivor. We constantly we are aware of blindsides and how they happen, and we understand that blindsides come out of nowhere. And I think that's a analogy for life, folks. If you're listening, here's my tip. Here's my life advice for you. Watch for the blindside, and when it happens, don't be surprised you didn't see it because it's called a blindside.
I saw that movie. Sandra Bullock was in it. It sucked.
Not talking about the film. In fact, look, that may dig a deeper wedge into what we're talking about here.
I'm definitely not going to be the one to say like, oh, I'm educating these other concert goers. No, fuck them. I don't care if they're having a good time or not. That's just how I feel. That's my stance, if you want to be real. I think a Day to Remember a pieces of shit, and I don't think they're going to come up on criminal charges. Just like Austin fucking I fled the country to Costa Rica where they don't extradite Carlisle. Okay, we know that alt press, their press 23 stories about him. If I ever saw him at a festival, shit's going down. But like it's like street justice. It's the same thing when like rappers killers weren't being found in the 90s. Dudes would find that out through a gang or something and then kill on the street, and it would get done because the cops weren't doing shit. Like if victims can't come forward and get someone in trouble for real, and so they have to face like the abuse and the bullshit that they've done, then the least you could do is boo them and make it harder for them to exist. I mean, is it fair that they have victims and they're out there having the time of their lives, touring, making money, having a good time, playing a show, drinking afterwards, networking, doing all this shit? Like, No, you're gonna fucking hate them. So you boo them.
Bro, we're not canceling the Rolling Stones here. I mean, can you imagine the slaying and the
Tune in
treachery
next
Rolling
week,
Stones did?
episode 63.
Can you
We're
imagine?
canceling the Stones.
Can you imagine the fucking
The gang cancels the Stones
that has been slayed at the wait, let me rephrase that. Can you imagine the amount?
Nope. You already said puss getting slayed, and I don't think you can. Can you say that? No, you can't say that in 2021, bro. Maybe you could get away with it 3 years
the
ago.
amount of unconsensual puss slaying that was going on during the Rolling Stones era.
Oh, that's even worse.
Oh, that's a brand new sentence. Unconsensual puss slaying. The Rolling Stones have a track record, probably like none other. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That's the only reason that a band that old would tours is to get away from their gross wives. And just get their knobs slobbed on by a bunch of fucking roadies. And what's great is that the age group of a roadie for the Rolling Stones is easily 20 to 60.
Anywhere.
So you're getting babes.
A roadie or groupie? Because a groupie is anywhere from like 14 to 26.
Oh, but listen, no. With the Stones,
I'll leave. Oh, I booted the wrong person.
The Stones have groupies that have been following them since the 20s. Okay, so it's not just people that are in their 20s to 27.
The 1920s.
I know, that's what I'm saying. The Stones have people from the 20s that are following them, so they're gonna. But you know that there are some banging cuties that are like 20 to 30, fucking just grouping it up for the Stones, bro, real hard, just to see Mick Jagger's limp ass dick. You know that there's a couple of them at every show.
Wow.
And why would you not leave your house? Why would you not leave your house? I'm the bad guy.
Wow. Oh man, I don't know.
Who's
I'm
the bad guy now?
I'm so high that I'm at the point that whatever you say, I'm gonna just think about and focus on, and I can't get the mental image of Jagger's dick just dangling. Jagged Dick. I wish I could go back and rename this episode Jagged Dick.
Can I get you with some Kanye news?
Please, for the love of God. Hold on. I have to hit the button. Hold on,
please.
Boom.
Kanye, our boy Kanye, has officially broken up with all the Kardashians. He unfollowed them all on Twitter, following the series finale of their show. I don't know.
Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
There you go. Keeping Up with the Kardashians. And apparently,
or for those in the know, KUWTK.
Okay. Those of you that like us enjoy us some Kanye, he's got a new sweetheart. Listen, we've been wishing Kanye all the best in his very messy and very public divorce from Kim Kardashian. And unfortunately it's at the cost of the family and the kids, but we can only hope the best of them or the best for them in the future. And you know what? Kanye's already moved on. Apparently, he is hooking up with Irina Shayk, who is
Irina Shayk. Irina.
She's Russian. She's Russian, so I believe it's Irina Shayk. Is my Russian accent there? And she is a little bit of a baddie. She is 36 years old. She was born January 6th, the day of our Lord's riot. In 1986.
What does that mean? The day of our Lord's riot? What did you just say?
January 6th, sir. The day that January 6th, 2021. Never forget. The day that thy Lord bestowed a riot among the people. It's biblical, sir.
Okay. So Kanye unfollowed every single member of the Kardashian family after the series finale of Keeping Up with Kardashians. That's pretty juicy. It's juicy to me because you think that he would be mature about things, and obviously he's not being mature.
No, he's moving on, bro. He's banging a Russian supermodel. You know,
I read that he's been together with her for the past 2 months, and that they've been shacked up in France together.
And just recently deciding to like go out in public and making it kind of known that they're together. But yeah, and I mean, even from the outside looking in, it's clear to see that like, hey, there was probably some marital issues long before it was like really public. There was probably some fractures in there. I just hope Kanye.
You talking about before Life of Pablo? Because I mean, that shit was good, bro.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. We've seen Kanye at his best, and unfortunately, we've seen Kanye in some valleys. And I just hope that him going out and looking for love. I mean, she's a beautiful young woman. She's 36, so maybe she's ready for maybe she's ready for a West.
36 still fertile? Yeah, that's
maybe she's ready for a little West herself and wants a little family, perhaps. I mean, she's not.
Oh wow, she's wanting to head out west and settle down.
Kanye is very handsome, obviously very well off, and can take care of his own. And already. I think that they would make beautiful children.
Wow.
I'm just kidding. I could care less.
Not where I thought you were gonna go.
I just hope that fucking Kanye is at least getting his knob kind of slobbed on. And having a good time. I'm just
Jesus Christ, you butchered that. You started to lag, and you again mentioned slob on knob. We're losing viewers by the second, bro. I mean, it's just.
Am I lagging that bad? You said that, and I refreshed, and I feel like it's been good. No, am I really lagging?
I don't know.
I'm on McDonald's Wi-Fi.
Besides making beautiful interracial babies, Kanye this gig with the Gap. And he's going to be making clothes, Kanye X Gap, just like he does with Adidas, making sweet ass Yeezy shoes. He's going to be making clothes for the Gap. He claimed that he'd be making financially accessible clothes, and so that was like the big selling point. But the first item he's done is a $200 round puffer jacket that looks fucking atrocious. The back, I don't have it pictured. I don't have the back pictured here, but the back is rounded. So I just want you to know, if you put this on, it's not going to fit normal at all. Like, it's Kanye, so it shouldn't. You should know nothing about it is normal. The front, like the chest part, is going to puff out forward. It's going to look just awkward as shit. It's a puffy jacket, so it's going to be puffy around the arms, but then it's rounded. So to me, this seems like the type of jacket you would never actually wear like a jacket. You would never put this jacket on and go outside for the rain. I don't even think it has a hood. This is the type of jacket that you fling down around, like you put both your arms in, but you sag it down to your waistline and just keep it there all day, and you never put it above your shoulders. You keep that jacket low all day. That's the point of a round jacket. There's no other point to own this shit. It's just for like maybe wearing it for like 4.5 minutes in a music video shoot and then hanging it back up for the next dumb son of a bitch who thinks he's fucking Mason Puffy. Who, I mean, come on. I love
say
Kanye.
you look like
this jacket. That's a dumb man. It doesn't even match my hat.
I was gonna say you're gonna look like a deflated Puffy if you fucking put that thing on. I mean, it's Kanye. He's got some weird stances on his stylistic approach, and I think one of them is like this futuristic.
His MAGA stance was less weird than this jacket.
It is, man. And I don't know if you've noticed what his choir wears, but his choir wears like robe garments that are all one piece. They actually look kind of dope, but it's real like utopian future. I don't know. Kanye's about the future, man. I mean, he fucking brought slit glasses back. I mean, you know what? Yeah, I expect it. This, and it's gonna be affordable. Fucking sign me up, bro. I'll rock one. I think it looks good.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be like, yo, dog. I'm just gonna wear it around my elbows. I'm like, what's up? What's up? What's up?
No, you won't. You won't catch me in that.
What's
ever.
up?
What's up, gang?
Gang with the around my waist. Bring my arms only up to here, like I'm a T-Rex.
I swear, one day, both of us shot.
What? Because I say gang. I'm not yelling it.
I just know
that,
it.
like stop lights.
Something. You probably just gonna say it at the wrong time.
Gang. It's fucking to the dude next to us. And
I wouldn't put that past us at all.
in his lowered El
Did
Dorado.
that
You know,
guy
gang,
just say
gang.
gang gang? Hey, fucking hand me the strap.
Give one
I'm
of
gonna
these.
fucking wax this
Give one
fool.
of these. Just fucking throw this up like it's a fucking gang
Word
sign.
life.
Little do they know it's too much metal for one hand, but I'm just fucking, what's up? What's up? What's up?
I'm John Cena in 06. Word life. Big
Word life.
tsunami.
That's right. Is that word life? That's not word life, is it? Word
Yeah,
life.
dude.
It
It's
is.
John Cena.
Oh,
Word
no.
life. Basic thugonomics, homie.
Oh no.
God, you don't know anything.
I
Culture
forgot that was
Jofini.
right.
Get him
That
back
was
on.
right when I got out. Right when I got out was the Thug Life. When he started doing the "You Can't See Me" shit, I was out.
Do we want to talk about new tours and festivals and tours?
Yeah, and tours. Well, I thought we
Um,
were. Yeah, we were shitting on Attila's.
yeah, fuck Attila. Tell me about the Acacia Strain tour because I've never heard of a tour doing this before.
The tour what?
What's the lineup? The
Acacia,
Acacia Strain.
Acacia Strain, Kublai, Harm's Way. For those of you, for my buff heads and my metal heads out there, they know who Harm's Way is, and they know about our boy, their vocalist, Jack motherfucker. Heavy hardcore, pound you, crowd killing hardcore. What do you want to know about the tour though? Because it's set up a little funky.
Harm's Way and Kublai Khan is doing select dates, so you're going to get one either or.
Yes.
The way they're doing it is 2 back-to-back shows, back-to-back, same venue, same date. One show you're getting. What is Acacia Strain performing?
I'm looking at it.
One day you get Wormwood in its entirety, and the other day you get a different album.
You
new
get
shit, right?
It comes in waves and then Slow Decay. It comes in
amazing.
wave, and select cuts of Slow Decay are going to be doing that. You know, who else is doing that? Glassjaw. Glassjaw is doing it for their 20-year anniversary of a couple albums, and they're coming to Austin. They're playing Mohawk 2 days in a row. Yep.
That's super interesting because
that's crazy that they're doing this. I mean, why not? A lot of bands miss like 10-20-year anniversaries because of 2020 and beyond, you know? I mean, and this is a fucking great way to come back and milk the fucking crowds, especially if is like this weird distancing and, you know, come out and fucking night after both nights. This is gonna be crazy, man.
It's
crazy.
cool
This
because like I wouldn't care to see anything from Slow Decay or It Comes in Waves. But Wormwood was my shit, so like I would definitely go to that show, and you're gonna see like which show sells out quicker, or like you know if they both go the same speed or whatever. Kublai Khan, Harm's Way, that's gonna be a mosh-tastic show. Like you're gonna get fucked up at that show type of shit. Like
big time. Yeah, that's gonna be gross. The Acacia Strain is fucking brutal, real brutal. Black Dahlia Murder announced a tour as well with After the Barrel and Carnifex. Nothing special about it. They're just doing the tour.
That's it.
Rocklahoma. This is a pretty fucking intense lineup. This speaks to my early 2000s alternative heart and soul. Does this fucking Rocklahoma lineup? The 2021 Rocklahoma lineup is as follows: Slipknot, Limp Bizkit, Rob Zombie, Chevelle, Hailstorm, Anthrax, Falling in Reverse, Seven Dust.
What year is it?
2021. Motionless in White, Pop Evil, Puddle of Mud, Candlebox, Andrew WK, Knocked Loose from Ashes to New. Butcher Babies is playing. We have got nobody else really.
Fire from the Gods.
No. Oh, I'm looking. Hold on. Yeah, because they're on every fucking tour right now, right? How weird is that?
Fuck them. They're fucking stupid.
No Fire from the Gods.
Okay. So one festival's safe.
Yeah, man. Wow. What a crazy festival. And that's going to be all 4 days, September 3rd, or 3 days, September 3rd, 4th, and 5th in Oklahoma.
Can you believe that, like, I actually saw people on Twitter excited about Bizkit. Like young people, like not like old, like, hey, I was there when he wrote Nookie. It's about my mom and she was a lizard. Waiting a lot to gum him.
Let's call Limp Bizkit Like,
Oh, Grandma Jackson would gum a few.
oh, I mean, hey, we're not that old, bro. What are you talking about? We were like, I was like 10. I was like 11 or 12 when Limp Bizkit was popping with Significant Other, son. Now, hold up.
Let's be
What are you
real.
talking
If you've ever said Limp Bizkit was your favorite band, you're probably living on some sort of government assistance now.
Oh, I've talked about one of the greatest tours of all time, Summer Sanitarium. I won't go back, but it featured Limp Bizkit. Yes.
Yeah,
I
please
mean,
don't
come
go
on.
back.
My dad
Because if you go
was
back, I'm gonna leave you there.
my dad was never there and was also never a really big Limp Bizkit fan. But when he was a Limp Bizkit fan at one point, and he was 30 years older than I am. So at most, you're getting like some 80-year-old. No, man, your oldest Limp Bizkit fan is 70 years old, maybe, and it might be
That
like a
makes me feel
producer.
awful.
It might be like a producer from like LA or some shit that is like in the know or something, but you're not getting that. And my point being, Limp Bizkit is our generation's like Fish. Like we don't like Fish. We don't like Fish, but people our age like Fish, like Stoner Heads and like fucking the Grateful Dead and Zeppelin, and like people our age are still really, and people younger than us in high school now are really into like those types of bands, right? Because maybe their grandfathers or parents are even into it. And so I feel like Limp Bizkit's probably at that tier in their career where they're never going to go away. Unfortunately, right? They're going to be able to play Woodstock 2040. They're going to play Woodstock 2040, but it's going to be hopefully a different Limp Bizkit. I mean, yeah, young people are going to be hip to it, bro. They're
I
here
want
to
Limp
stay.
Bizkit and
They're
Stain to go
cockroaches.
on tour together until they just self-destruct.
Please, can we get outside every night for 20 years straight? Can they
Put
just
your
have a
lighters
residency?
up.
Can they have a residency in Las Vegas and just Thursday through Sunday play fucking the Family Values Tour 1999?
Where's the perfect place for Limp Bizkit and Stain
The
to have a residency?
The Stratosphere.
No. It doesn't have to be Vegas. I'm saying like it could be fucking anywhere. Six Flags over Jacksonville.
Yeah, they could have their own Six Flags in Jacksonville. Hell yeah, they could.
One night a week at Medieval Times.
Oh,
that way they could do them all.
Oh man! Or like the Mall of America. The Mall of America would be that'd be a pretty tough residency.
A really shitty mall. Like
no, man, the Mall of America.
The Moreno. No. The Moreno Valley Mall. The Moreno Valley Mall. Shouts to Justin.
You didn't even give him the Palm Desert Mall. You gave him Moreno Valley.
No, because I like the Palm Desert Mall. I don't like the Moreno Valley Mall. There's nothing in it.
Oh man, the 10 people. There's 10 people in it. I went to that mall.
People, because there's at least 9 old people jogging.
I went to that mall in 2010 after I got hired at T-Mobile, and there was 12 people that came into that mall that day, and I was like, "What the fuck? What the fuck is in my life?"
You know, Moreno Valley sucks because Kawhi Leonard's from there.
Oh wow!
Sorry to everyone that's from Mofal. This news goes with what you were talking about earlier as far as like Limp Bizkit being on that top grill, which like no, everything you said was stupid and they shouldn't be held in high regard. Linkin Park's In the End is the first nu metal song to gain 1 billion streams.
Which
first
song
nu metal song. In the end.
Oh, in the end. Okay, all right.
But in the end, Brian, it doesn't even matter.
Hey. You know, it's hard. It's hard to go back and listen to Linkin Park sometimes because you're just.
I've tried.
I've tried
so hard.
I do from time to time. I'll go back and I'll throw a song or two on, right?
Just to get it out of my system. To it, I got so far.
Oh my God! Stop.
But in the end,
I mean,
Chester's still not coming back.
I know, and I feel like he was just—it's all in front of us. He's telling everybody. He's telling us all. He was fucking telling us all, man.
They just need
that's a profound effect.
They just need to go and get Ollie Sykes, have him run a couple tours, and just go and just do the big Linkin Park Bring Me the Horizon tour. And you can get literally anyone to open it. Yeah, arenas, bro. Arenas. The No Mask Tour.
Oh
Yeah.
man, I don't know if you could. I don't know if you can, man. I think it's beyond the pines at this point.
Yeah, because it's more about the sing-along and the experience, and Ollie would bring a cool experience, his own vibe. He wouldn't be Chester, that's the point. And then we can sing along to it and still be happy. Don't ruin my fun.
You just want that to happen because it's your prediction. You just want it. You want something.
I've been talking
you
it
want
in. Yeah,
something.
I've been talking it into fruition for the past, like, ever since he died. Since the day after he died, I was like, yo, all the way.
Oh, gross.
We talked about like all cool music from the week, and definitely the worst of this week is Maroon 5 dropped an album, which is crazy because I didn't know there were still bands, let alone them. And it's got a bunch of guest features. So figure out a place. I'm pretty sure Nicki Minaj was featured. The weirdest one, and Jamie, go ahead and put this on the poll. Nipsey Hustle does not belong on a Maroon 5 song. True or false?
That is true.
Yeah, that's
it's
weird.
Gross. I mean,
he's on there.
What's gross to me, I immediately go to the inner workings, like the business side of that and how that took place, and that's just gross. Oh, we want to have a fucking verse from Nipsey on the, like, oh, really? You do? Do you? You fucking do? Like, why? Why are we doing this? Like, using dead shit. I hear that they want to fucking they want to recreate dead actors for films and shit. Like, CGI him in because that's how good it is.
Dude, look, like, I understand that Jared Leto's Joker. I hate Jared Leto's Joker as much as the next guy, but bringing back dead people is not the way to make movies.
I know, and I feel like with music, posthumously released music, I'm just like, how are they doing this? And I'm just hitting.
Well, I'll put it like this. DMX had a record that was finished before he died. It got released after he died. That record's pretty cool. Pop Smoke had like 2 done after his death, and like was nominated for a Grammy, and it's incredible. It was like #1 on Billboard. So I like the way those turned out. I really like the Pop Smoke stuff. It's it's hard to do. We saw it with Tupac. That was hit and miss. Some people were like, "Oh, it's cool to hear Tupac and Eminem and 50 Cent and G Unit," and other people are like, "Oh, that's blasphemous to hear Tupac say their names on a record." That's like clearly like morphed. They made Tupac say G Unit. That was just like, dude, this isn't right.
Yeah, man, we're living in a weird fucking time.
You want to talk about business, money, living in weird times, and being a shitty rapper? Our boy Drake sleeps on a $400,000 mattress made up of horsehair and stingray skin. Now, I've never
accurate. That is not accurate at all.
I've never touched a stingray. I've never encountered one. I've never been stung by one. I've never hung out with a crocodile hunter. But I've seen a stingray at a bar to touch their skin or try to buy them a drink. But after hearing that, it made me think, I bet you stingray skin is smooth as shit. There was a picture of it. It's on the online. I couldn't get it because it was copyrighted and Drake will sue us. Plus, I've been pretty rude to him over the years. But it's crazy, man. It's a crazy looking mattress. It looks kind of gothic. I don't know. That's wild. Sleeping on a $400,000 mattress. Damn.
What
I bet that's comfy as shit.
Is this? What is this?
Do you jack off in a $400,000 mattress?
And it's not made out of. It doesn't have stingray skin on it. Stop.
That's what I read.
No, I mean, not the article I'm reading. It says it's made out of natural materials such as horsehair, wool, cotton, and flax.
What's flax? Look that up. I bet you it says it's come from stingray.
But it is $390,000, and it was only one of a fucking dozen. What's great is Drake's fucking stupid quote. The bedroom is where I come to decompress from the world at the end of the night, and where I open my eyes to see. Oh no, it's trolling. No, there's no stingrays. There's no stingrays. I thought that she was giving me shit for what I'm saying right now because I feel like she would I don't know. I love you, Bitter Rose. I love you. Congratulations too, by the way. But I'm gonna go back to what Drake was saying. It's where he goes to decompress, where he ends the night, and where he opens his eyes to seize the day. Dude, you know you're just like balling that you can bang bitches on a $400,000 mattress. Shut the fuck up, please. Can somebody
say
stop?
bang bitches?
Can
I don't
somebody
think we can. We
take?
can't. Yeah, we probably can't say that.
You know what aggravates me about this job, Matthew? This is the job. This is a
Everything.
part of the job that aggravates me, is that I have to read these articles for news consumption. And I always leave scratching my head going, what the fuck is wrong with us? Why is it that we feed into someone wrote an article about Drake's fucking bed? What? I don't give a fuck about Drake's bed. Although
It's
I
even
do
worse
think that
some podcast wanted to talk about it.
I think it's baller that he has a $400,000 bed.
Congrats on what?
I think it's the.
Did she graduate?
No, I'm on the relationship. I was congratulating her on the That's what I saw on Instagram. People were like, she posted about her boyfriend, and I was just like, hey, congrats. I don't know. I was saying, what's up?
Oh, so we can't.
It was on social media. It's been in the open.
It's been in the open.
But Drake's bed, it looks dope. It's got horses printed into it, which is pretty dope.
Oh, I broke up with him today. Shouts to that guy.
Okay.
It was definitely not in a $400,000 bed jacket off for sure.
Oh no.
Oh
and
man.
Yeah, you jack off in a $400,000 bed. Absolutely.
Listen, that vegetarian pussy for sure.
Oh no. She's our biggest fan. She is our biggest fan.
That's not true. That's not true. JJ is way fatter than her.
Oh, stop. I meant she is good job, Bitter Rose. I mean, hey, get it, girl. I don't know. My bad.
I broke up with him today. That's hard. Yo.
Breaking news here on I Hate the Scene. Our number 2 fan, according to Matt, Bitter Rose, dumped her son of a bitch boyfriend.
What's his name? Because that's who stole the Twitter handle this week.
I literally saw a post like 2 days ago, and they looked so cute. I was like, oh, this is great. Bitter Rose got a dude. I didn't know she was looking for a dude. I didn't know that she was on the prowl, She was just she was very, very nice while I was in California. She was like letting me know fucking parties and shit that were going on. Bitter Rose is our California hookup, I think. We don't know it yet because she has to infiltrate a little bit more. But
dude, that would be so weird to after all these years go to a random party in Palm Springs or something.
And have her what if we did though, Matt? Let's throw a party.
Oh my god, is this 2008? Like what am I doing?
We should throw an I Hate the Scene coming home show at the hood. I was talking about going to the hood when I was in the
hood. No, you'd have to rent Frank Sinatra's house or something.
I put on Facebook one night. I was like, where are my hood rats at? And I had 5 people respond. Everybody texts me and they're like, you're going to the hood? Are you really going to the hood? And I'm like, no, I'm just trying to see who wants to go to the hood so we can rage. Nobody wanted to go there.
That place is already dead, isn't it?
Nobody wanted to go to the hood mid-COVID.
Oh, good old COVID. I have 2 things left.
I don't mean the hood either. I mean the hood bar and pizza for those.
It's a dive bar in Palm
They
Desert,
probably think we're
California.
just talking shit on the fucking hood.
Dude, come on. If they're watching on video, they can look at you and know that you're not going to the hood. I tried to go to the hood every night while you were here, and you didn't go.
You hit me up 2 nights. I mean, very busy. I had no time. I was very busy.
It's like, oh, I'm sorry. I was eating meat, so I couldn't, whatever.
I fucking did our show from a hotel room after 8 hours.
You didn't show up. You're whack.
You didn't go one night either. One night she told me, she's like, I didn't even go.
Whack.
And I was like, all right, whatever.
Do we care about rappers getting arrested?
Yeah. Can we talk about Homeboy's operation?
Well, first up, Pooh Shiesty, who just dropped that record. 6ix9ine was a fan of it. Pooh Shiesty got arrested. There was a warrant out for his arrest for a nightclub shooting. He's being held without bond, so that's pretty shitty, but definitely some good street cred. Your boy, I know you were obsessed with him since he got to fuck your girl, Danielle Brigoli, the Cash Me Outside girl. You fucking love
Hey,
her.
she ain't my girl. I was being.
She is your girl. Let's be real.
I was.
Talking
Don't do
all
that.
sorts of nasty shit, saying you
Nah,
wanted to
nah,
beat it
nah,
up,
nah.
and you were
I was.
unsure of her age.
No.
Look,
stop.
I know you're subscribed to her OnlyFans.
Oh,
Don't
I
back
am
out
not.
now.
I am not. I don't know. I don't have any
Yeah,
OnlyFans
no, you
subscriptions,
clap. Yeah,
sir.
you clap cheeks.
No, don't put me in that box. Hell no. I did
And
have there was an episode where I went in on her where I was talking about how
You
she
went
could
down
get
on her?
beat up. How she could get beat up. No, but I did talk about how she could take a beating in that sense. How she could fucking just, I'm sure, take one. But
So her ex-boyfriend / ex hookup fling, NBA YoungBoy NBA, Papa Diddy Pop Pop,
Papa Diddy Pop Pop.
YoungBoy never broke again. Who you know is currently incarcerated. He's getting some legal troubles. The FBI referred to YoungBoy NBA's investigation as Operation Never Free Again.
I read that and I was like, wow, these guys are trolls too.
It's ACAB till I DIE, but that is still FUNNYYIEY. That is funny. It's fun.
Man, I mean, hey, humor. It's what keeps us going, you know.
It does a body good, you know. Good time.
Then do it. I mean, there's a couple bodies that didn't do good. Chris Farley's one of them. John Belushi. John Belushi.
Didn't think we'd be throwing Chris Farley and John Belushi under the bus, but
Ralphie
here we are
May.
tonight.
Ralphie May.
May.
There's a couple
He was so fat that he was actually a black comic. I don't know how that works. I don't know what kind of geometry you made, but Ralphie May, when you look up his CDs, they're labeled black comedy. And I was like, yo, that's accurate. But
because first his accent, of course. His accent,
Yeah.
he was always very
Yo, Jamie,
he's
bring
just
up
Southern.
a sheet of dead fat people and mention to me.
I just gave you a bunch. You want me to keep going? I can give you more.
Chris Farley, yeah, who else?
I said Chris Farley, fucking
Will Sasso.
Will Sasso's still alive.
Oh shit.
Someone just had a heart attack. Who was it? I mean, we're just talking about comedy not being good on bodies. We can talk about Robin Williams. We can talk about fucking what was homeboy that yelled? Kinnison. Sam Kinnison. Yeah, 7 year. He's great. Richard Pryor,
okay.
free based crack. Made a joke about it.
Yeah.
Comedy wasn't too good to him. He ended up, well, he suffered the Superman curse. So he went out another route, but
Superman curse, one of the more famous of the curses.
You know, Patrice O'Neal died of a heart attack. Didn't die of I think so, right? He died of a heart attack. I don't think he died of a drug overdose, but
diabetes.
He still died.
He was joking about it, saying I could lose a leg.
Yeah. I know that. So he died of early death, but I don't believe it was related to drinking himself to death or ODing. I think he just had a heart attack. He had a health problem.
Really dragging this show down into the gutter.
What are we talking about? We were just talking about dead comics. This shit's hilarious. What?
Did we lose Bitter Rose? Bitter Rose, did we lose you? Probably lost her. All the sexist comments. I was gonna say whatever that dude's name that she dumped. R.I.P. that motherfucker. The saddest dude in the 760.
Oh man.
I would say whatever his name is. Yeah. Whatever his name is, that's who stole our Twitter handle.
Oh no, I don't know it. Do I got a creep?
Yeah, creep. Yeah, creep real quick because then oh wait, he says she's still here. Hey, what's the dude's name that you dumped? He's not gonna watch this. Let's give him his roses. Before he listens to some MCR B-side and hangs himself in his closet with his fucking Jinkos from okay, too far. Sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm working with my therapist on this shit. What's his name? Don't have a name?
I don't think so. Oh,
Yo, what's up, Johnny Hex? You missed the whole fucking show, dog.
yeah,
It's
you
cool.
did, man.
You can replay it. It's cool. You can still replay and comment, and we will comment back. I'll tell you what. We'll still comment back like it's live. Oh, yo, Will Mantley, his rapper name is Hockey Bin Laden. Okay, time out. We have to do a whole that's okay. Tune in next week for our guest, Hockey Bin Laden.
Oh no.
Why the hell? I'm like seriously wondering about your taste in dudes and why this dude's name is Hockey Bin Laden and why our viewer count just went up by shitting on this guy. What the hell is that name? I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna look it up. We got time. Is it on SoundCloud?
Oh no.
I mean,
you bit of rose.
I'm sure.
You really,
dude, I'm sure if I search that, there's not a lot of Hockey Bin Ladens out there. But what an awful fucking name. I will pay you to have him on the podcast. Okay, appearance fee. That sounds lovely. How much?
Where is this going? What? You will pay us? Why?
Okay,
what?
So
we'll take your money.
I googled his name without putting SoundCloud or anything, and the first thing that pops up: why are so many rappers named after Osama bin Laden? A GQ article. His music isn't good, and he knows. I think. Oh, if he knows he sucks, then that's not really gonna be fun. We need someone that's like a Tommy Wiseau who still thinks they're fucking incredible. Because I think it would be funny. Okay, well, you know what?
Are you guys
I need the money.
You like his manager? Yeah. Are you guys still cool? Why are you booking him shows?
I need the money, and we're open in 2 or 3 weeks. So holler at me. I was tired as fuck. Want to know who I just found out about Johnny Craig? What a piece of shit human. All right, spill it. What'd you find out? I'm all ears. We got literally zero content. The show was over. You just woke up. Bitter Rose just came to life and joined us 45 minutes in.
You know,
I had to go and wake her up out of her slumber.
She's been absent the last couple episodes, and I was like, I wonder if she got a fucking boyfriend. And then sure enough,
big RIP to Haley Renee Johnston from Oklahoma because she hasn't watched our show in all year. I think
she was off Facebook.
She must have died.
She's
all over Facebook right now.
Now she is because she just came back, but she was on a hiatus.
Well, I'm disappointed.
I just saw her. I saw her return. I saw her return post. She was just like, "Hey, I fucking welcome back," and was a thing. And I was just like, "What the fuck?" I didn't know she left. And I assume Bitter Rose wasn't in the last couple episodes. She could have been. She just normally comment bombs us quite often, and she hadn't. So
she seems to have a life, you know.
Doing probably better than us.
A lot.
Yeah. Oh no. Okay.
All right, Brian. Where can they find you? Jesus Christ.
They can find me at Brian of Death on Instagram and on Twitter. But you know what? I hate them both. I think they're both cesspools. So cancel me. You know, I don't know. I don't know really what else to say about Instagram or Twitter other than you can follow me at Brian of Death, and sometimes I post things with my dog. And,
with my dog.
And my podcast, Common Chaos Podcast, you can find it at The Common Chaos, Instagram, Twitter, and commonchaos.net. And sometimes on that I talk about my dog.
You can find me on Instagram at iHateTheScene. You can find me on Twitter at the Twitter handle IH8TE the scene, because some dumb son of a bitch stole our user handle. What's his name? Will Mantley. Will Mantley, you son of a bitch. Okay,
Hockey Bin Laden, we're coming for you.
You single limp dick blue shoe eating motherfucker. Okay, we know you're sad as shit. You're probably the saddest person in the 760. Hockey Bin Laden. Okay, you're probably still watching 9/11 videos, getting off to it with your fucking impotency. What else? What part of 760 is he from? Because then I could really rip on him based on the city. Anyways, you can find me on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter every single Friday night where our show streams live at 10 o'clock Central for us, 11 o'clock p.m. Eastern. and 8 p.m. Pacific. Facebook.com/iHateTheScene. Twitch.tv/iHateTheScene. And the most important one, because I have actually, he doesn't know this yet. I have Brian's fiance tied up in her house. I paid someone to do it. Someone I don't even know that well, so they might have fucking killed her. I don't know. But I have her tied up right now, okay? I need all of you to subscribe, rate, review, subscribe to us on youtube.com/c/iHateTheScene, okay? It is very important that I get everyone to like all our videos, watch them, share them, get them going around, or I can't eat. I will for sure kill Brian's fiance. I will straight up. I don't want to go to the wedding anyways. It's a major inconvenience for me. There's a bunch of people there I'm not going to like, so I'm just going to end this shit early. So go ahead and subscribe to us. We're also on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Podcasts. I don't think anyone fucking uses that, but if you do, we're on it. And yeah, big shout out to the 760. Thanks for tuning in, Johnny Hex, Bitter Rose. Sorry we get to you, Matt Damon. Coming up next week, we are going to have Grand Rapids, Michigan's Sleepwaker. Brian likes to call them Sleepwalker, but they're actually called Sleepwaker. Their album comes out in like a month. Yeah, well, my iPhone likes to autocorrect them into saying that, so they're Sleepwalker a couple times out of all those sentences.
Banger single or two out right now, so go check it out because their album does drop in a month. Their 2 songs right now are they're bangers. People are loving them, so go listen to them.
I have the album if you come over right now. Yeah, if you come over and check it out, I got the album. I have the whole thing, and it comes out in like a month and a half, so I got the whole thing already. We're going to be speaking to Sleepwaker next Friday night. I'm stoked on that. New band, new music, always bringing you that. And then I think next, after that, we'll probably bring you some Body Snatcher, maybe we'll bring you something whack. Just to balance this out from all the cool shit. You can't give you too much cool. Overload on cool. We did that. We did that before. Yeah.
If you overload on cool, it gets soft. Nobody likes it when it's soft.
Yeah. Oh, believe me, me and Brian know all about getting soft.
Okay. So,
I knew I was fucked.